Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? Today we're going to do another whip and chat with Diamond Art Club's So Many Books, So Little Time by Randall Spangler. Alright, Draglin's hanging out, reading books, eating cookies, cat's just chilling in the background there. Okay, square drill, 22 inches by 43 inches, 56 centimeters by 109 centimeters. 53 colors, including 2 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis, and they're an iridescent coated type of drill that sparkles a little brighter than that of regular drills. And anything under a color code or DMC code 150 is considered an AB from Diamond Art Club. Alright, how's it going? Hopefully you're having tons of fun. Alright. I filled in that, what was that, lighter blue? Yeah, 798, the 4. Yeah, finished that off. Did this yellow in the book spine here. And now we're on just capital Y 797. It's like a darker blue, purplish blue. So yeah. First red book here at the corner, the second book in the stack, blue and cat's paw. Third book in the stack, the purple, the tip here, and books in the background. That's what's going on in this section. And yeah, I've done a location. Yeah, cat's paw here. And yeah, kind of that section roughly. Oh, okay, there's kind of like a gem in the center. Oh, okay, well, that's kind of cool. Alright, so there we go. Alright, just kind of, I can get the Y's up here just so I don't miss them. Hopefully your crafting and everything is going well. We'll just hang out for another half hour. It'll be fun. Have a good time. So you're having a good weekend, day off, evening, afternoon, however it's going, whatever time zone. Yeah, we'll get drills on adhesive and just have a good time. How about that? Sounds good? Okay, cool. Pleasure to have you. Yes, yes. Alright. I'll just get some Y's in here. Just do the center here. As lo and behold, I would probably miss these symbols in the center of the book spine here. So let's just fill them in now. Alrighty, let's listen to some punk rock and metal music while the previous whip and chat was uploading, so that was fun. I don't know, Dua Lipa, Houdini showed up again in YouTube music, and yeah, there are times where I get stuck on certain songs. I start off on a certain song, and then it just seems like the algorithm in YouTube music or music in general just seems to play really popular stuff like day in, day out, sometimes repeated throughout the day. On radio stations too. It's like, yeah, this is Houdini again, isn't it? It's like time to switch it up a bit here. I'd get stuck on Dua Lipa. Houdini is her like newest single kind of thing, but it's great, but yeah, it just kind of gets overplayed. It's just popular, so it's like just I like it, but yeah, just when you've heard it so many times in a week or over a couple days, it's just like, okay, can we just change this music up a bit? This is getting really stale. Okay. It's like I could be listening to something brand new, or like I ran into some Sum 41. Yeah, they're disbanded now, but yeah, they did one final. They kind of went back to their roots, punk rock or some kind of album. Yeah, just I don't know, they retired, I guess. Yeah, I heard about that, but that was probably like last year kind of thing where they announced they were just gonna disband. But it's been like 20 plus years. Like I don't blame them. Like they had fun. I don't know every single one of their uh, music tracks or whatever, but I don't have all their CDs and all that by any means. But yeah, I know of some 41. Not like a diehard fan drinking out of some 41 coffee mug or anything, but yeah, I probably wouldn't like recognize them like right off the get go, but I've probably heard their music over the years for sure. I'm sure they've been around. I'm not one who has gone to like, I really haven't been to any concerts for any artists, so I really don't have any viewpoint there, so couldn't tell you. I've seen concert footage, like recorded concert performances from artists on YouTube and stuff, but me being in the crowd for a concert of that nature, no. Would I want to? It would have to be one of my. It would have to be really special. Have to be an artist I just absolutely adore, or a band, etc. If it was more of an independent musician, not well known, but one I like, I'd probably go. It's the crowd factor thing. Like, just feels like Katy Perry or somebody that it would just be no ways. And then huge groups of people, not really fantastic, and huge groups like of that like stadium. I went to like a Blue Jays game when the Rogers Center was called the Sky Dome. Is it even the Rogers Center still? I don't know if they changed sponsorship or ownership or whatever. I think it's in Toronto. It's like Rogers Center, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a Blue Jays game when it was called the Sky Dome. So early 90s. 94, 95, 96. Very fuzzy, but I knew that I had been there. Yay. Yeah, I just think of even being by the Rogers Center at that part of Toronto, it's metropolis. Like, it's just, if not downtown or adjacent to downtown Toronto. That's where I've been in Toronto, and yeah. It's okay. I'm not like totally losing it like when I am downtown Toronto, but I'm just not. It's like I don't go out into downtown Toronto for like a daily stroll to the corner store to get a coffee or something. Like, I don't live there. Just like a visitor. It's been a while. But Toronto's okay, but yeah, just when it like hits the news, like hit and runs and stabbings and robberies, and your viewpoint kind of changes a bit. You're just kind of like, oh, glad I'm not there today, or glad I don't live in that area. Just sad to say, but yeah, just kind of looking over your shoulder every day, and just chance of getting stabbed or robbed if you're just going to the corner store or something, or just for a walk, is just kind of or a car driving through your house. It doesn't happen like every day kind of thing, but I don't know, just the way CP24, the news flip, there's like always seems to be almost an accident every day on the 401, or there's always a traffic jam. Traffic's always backed up on the 401 in Toronto. Well, look at the population. It's got to be like a couple million people. Like, that's probably a very minimal estimate. Toronto's huge. Like, in my opinion, but yeah, it probably doesn't compare to like Shanghai, Japan, or something, where the city probably goes for miles, if that's even in Japan. I could be thinking China or Japan. Yeah, it probably has an even more population there, density, and it's an island. Okay, so yeah, there's probably a lot more people living in Japan than that of some other places, but yet again, don't quote me on that. I'm not Mr. Atlas Geography Master over here. No. Somebody else is standing on that milk crate. Yeah, it's not me. That's okay. It's all good. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people living in Japan. So yeah, we'll just go with that. And that's your geography lesson for today. Japan, it's just somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Do I even have that right? Yeah, Pacific is Western Canada, and then yeah, Japan. Yeah, it's that big ocean. The Atlantic is between Canada and Europe. Okay. Indian Ocean is South Asia. Yeah, there's an ocean that's kind of between a few continents, east of Africa. Yeah, south of, yeah, Asia. I need a world map placemat. Dollar store time. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, Pacific, yeah. Larger of the oceans. That might be the largest ocean. I could be wrong yet again. Like, I'm not Mr. Geography here. Like, I just had a few lucky guesses on where on our Earth is Carmen Sandiego for some of the clues. Like, yeah. Show me a country's flag. It might take a couple days. See the Canadian flag all the time. The American flag, yeah, that's a given. The Japanese flag, yeah, it's like a red circle, white background. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's Japan. It's like, yeah. Yeah, not master of the flags or geography or math, so I know 2 + 2 is 4, so yeah, but if you're trying to give me algebra or rocket chemistry, sciencey liters to milliliters kind of conversion formula things, nope, brain shuts off, gerbil starts screaming. Yep. Yeah, just not my cup of tea. Nope. Yeah, gerbil has enough of a hard time in my brain filing stuff away, losing stuff in those filing cabinets. It's just, yeah. Some things, names of people I'd have to be around somebody for quite a while, and I'll just hammer their name in my head. And I even have some days where you just tell me your name and then 5 minutes later it's gone. It's like it's short-term memory. Just there must be a gerbil just hanging out around there just with a shredder or incinerator, and it's just some data does not save into the hard drive in my brain. It's just yikes. I'm one who has to do something repetitively or have a visual cue to remind me. Yeah. Central processing disorder. Yeah. I believe I've mentioned that it's just something neurological. Just always had it. Yeah, I could also say it's like bad short-term memory. Yeah. It's a mix of stuff, but yeah, math, not my strong suit. My brain turns off, and it's just yuck. Names of people, just to have to hear it again and again and be around people, it's probably like a comfort thing too. You just get used to being around somebody, and yeah, it's just you want to remember their name and stuff, so you kind of become friends with them or really get to know them, and then click. Yeah, the name doesn't go away, but if I really don't know somebody, yeah, and I hear their name just like once, or like an hour or two later, it's probably gone. Unless I work with somebody a lot, yeah, it's not going to stay. Do have like work schedules and all that on my full time, so the names of all the staff are there, but then that's putting names to faces too, so it's just like that's tricky. And our departments are labeled, so that kind of helps even further. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I have good days and bad days. It's just, yeah. It is what it is. I just work with it. I told other people about it at work. It's like, hey, I'm highly visual. I need to jog my memory, or just like a reminder every once in a while about something, a procedure or something. But I know how to operate my own department. Like how to start the line up and shut it down. Like that's just muscle memory now. Like it's clicked. I had a black notebook with me that I wrote like every physical step down. Start up, shut down. Yeah. I had a full procedure in front of me for a while, and I just kept looking at it, referring to it, physically working with the machinery, seeing how it starts up, shuts down, what it's like while it's running normally, what happens if there's like a power outage and stuff. Like, yeah, just physically been there, seen it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so highly visual work environment at my full time, so that just helps. So makes it tons easier. And just having somebody to like ask or something to refer to is just helpful, period. So yeah, that's a lot better for central processing than having absolutely no guidance or something to fall back onto. I'd just, yeah, it'd be pretty rough if I hadn't like locked in, yeah, those skills or ability to operate machinery, how stuff works. Yeah, I did it again and again and again until it locked. Now I'm kind of leery as to like learning a whole other department. There would have to be somebody else in the room if I were to be in some other department or handy to help me understand a total other department in the factory. So is I don't touch something that I'm not familiar with. I don't touch somebody else's control panels and stuff unless I know exactly where I'm going on the touchpad screens and all that. In somebody else's department, my department, yeah, navigate just fine. Yeah. I'm supposed to be touching those panels and stuff, like control panels, not like electrical panels. I'm not opening up and playing with fuses. No, not allowed. No touchy. No, not those kind of panels. Like operation panels, like turn the machinery on or off, or turn certain aspects or parts of the line on or off manually. Yeah, look at those like 12 hours a day. Factory. Part-time, I just make sandwiches and stuff and cook burgers. Two very different aspects of the food industry: manufacturing and food production. Yeah, working in the kitchen, in other words. Yeah, two very different paces, but yeah, ever since after high school or during high school, I've just worked in the food industry. So that's where I've been. I've just stayed there. Automotive pays well, as far as I know. It hefty wages, etc. Probably union based in some regards. Don't know 100%, but yeah, that gets a little shaky. My brother left the automotive industry. He's a mechanical engineer now in the medical kind of field. Does medical grade equipment instead of like car components. Yeah. Yeah, just couldn't stand automotive anymore, and it was just so shaky. I hope everybody's doing well that works in the automotive sector. Like, I hope your jobs are okay, you still are employed. Like, no hate towards the automotive sector. And I'm not jealous of your pay rates or anything. No, nothing like that. But it's just can be a volatile industry in terms of long-term employment, because, yeah, it just seems like production could shut down based on certain circumstances, or which vehicles are being produced, etc. Like, they'd have to shut down factories if they were doing like a whole different model of car or electric powered cars. Like, you'd have to change the machinery entirely to produce electric cars, which I'm pretty sure some car manufacturers are going to have to do in the next decade or so, as the government wants to get more electric cars on the road. Well, I think it's the government or some environmental agency or something. Like, they want less carbon emissions. Yeah, cut down on new gas-powered vehicles being manufactured in the next decade or so. Cut down on greenhouse emissions. Great idea, but have you seen the price of an electric car lately? They're really dear, and a new car battery, I think somebody had to pay like the price of like a brand new car for a new battery. Like it's ridiculous. And you kind of really have to update the electricity grid. Like, you just can't get rid of gas powered vehicles and expect people to just be able to afford an electric powered vehicle. Like, I'm still kind of skeptical about them. My dad's kind of skeptical about full electric vehicles. He's a mechanic, like a truck mechanic, but yeah, he's kind of has an idea of how a car works, how a vehicle functions, even with all the new computer stuff in it. He's kind of adjusted to that aspect. Yeah, you just can't suddenly get everybody to go electric, just cold turkey. That'd be a tough go, because there's still some kinks with electric cars. Batteries have started house fires in garages. Like, batteries have failed. Yeah, there are kinks in like everything. Usually nothing's perfect, as I've gone over with diamond painting too. But yeah, just pushing this electric cars on everybody, yeah, that's going to be hard for a lot of people. Or people to take public transit in like cities like Toronto. Yes, it does cut down on the traffic congestion. Yet again, I don't live there, but yeah, it depends what you do. Career-wise, if you're closer to downtown Toronto and like work nearby, yeah, public transit makes a little more sense. Like, really don't need a car to an extent. It depends where you are in Toronto, in a big city. Like, using public transit makes a lot more sense that way. Like, if you have an apartment like near downtown Toronto, or accessible walking distance or something, yeah, really probably don't need a car. But yeah, I'm sure most Torontonians have a car, or people who live in Toronto do own a vehicle. Like, a good majority, I'm pretty sure, most of the population. Yeah, to go elsewhere, like away from Toronto. But as an example, London, Ontario, yeah, not as big as Toronto, but yeah, still city. Yeah, larger population density in a small area. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be easy just to kick people out of gas-powered vehicles. My dad's more leaning towards, yeah, hybrid, electric gas mix. Once you're running low on gas, you can switch to an electric car, and you can use it as an electric car for a certain distance until you put more gas in your vehicle, and then it reverts back. That's a little more reasonable than just going cold turkey. Yeah, no more gas powered, gone, and then just having electric. You really have to change the infrastructure of the power grid in Canada and the US if this is going to be cut down on carbon emissions, and that's really behind. Manufacturers really aren't thinking about that. It's not really too high. They just want to get more electric vehicles on the road, just so people can keep their manufacturing jobs, so employment doesn't drop. want to give people something to manufacture. Yeah. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes Color with Jefferey Morrison. Down below in the description, I put the main website links for Conqueror and Pacer, two physical activity incentive-based apps or websites where you can earn medals for traveling real-world distances, kind of thing, or virtual location distances to earn medals to get mailed to your address. The app, installing the apps are free on either Android or Apple based platforms, operating systems, but buying the challenges will cost you money, kind of just like buying diamond painting canvases. Yeah, the Diamond Art Club app is free to install, but you have to pay for the canvases that you can get off the app, like that. Yeah, similar in that way, just as a comparison. Any updates for Echoes of Color, the channel here on YouTube, what you're watching right now, I'll just post here on YouTube. Section completion updates, finished canvases, kitted up, like pre-putting drills on. Those kind of updates I'll put here on YouTube. But other than that, take care, all the best, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.